Hello everyone and welcome to Faithful to the Cheaters, where we are discussing Series 3 of the Traitors US. Yes, a little giggle there, what?
Alright, Tom, how are you?
Tom?
You know, it's factually true that women cheat more than men.
Oh, I said traitors.
No, you didn't.
I said faithful to the traitors.
You said faithful to the cheaters.
Oh, I meant traitors, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
I don't know if you're telling the truth or not, to be honest with
It's
you.
faithful to the traitors, which is what I said.
Which it wasn't what you said. Hey, don't forget to comment underneath the video if you're watching, or get in touch and let us know what Ben said.
I would never say that.
Cheaters or traitors? About women?
About traitors being cheaters.
Girls are better cheaters. And goodbye, Tom.
Everyone vote for Tom.
Tom wonders why he's always segregated or just kept away from the group, and then it's comments like girls are better at cheating that keeps him away from the group.
He didn't mean it, did he?
He didn't know. Well, didn't he mean it? Because there was a little cheeky smile after he said it. I think Tom's finally.
Even Sam was disgusted.
Well, Sam's a modern man, a modern man from Iran,
Brittany's ex,
and he was wearing jeans. I don't know what else to say about Sam. Sam's really piped up, hasn't he? He's funny. Someone put 50p in him and he suddenly started talking.
Well, he did say today, I sit back, listen and learn and don't speak much. It's like, yes, you did.
Well, yes, because he came to America. I always said this country. Well, I don't live in America.
No,
he came to
thank
America not knowing a word of English. So he always had to kind of sit back and observe the world around him before he could participate with it. And that skill has brought him to this game quite successfully. Because actually, to be fair, although he had a very big miss at the end of this episode, there was some really very clever tactics that he came up with. But again, right at the beginning of the episode, good ideas being thrown out. They plausibly had caught someone out. Tom ruined it by speaking over them. But it was a good theory, and Sam had a good plan there.
Yeah.
It even scared Danielle. That's how good a theory is.
And
Danielle,
Carolyn.
No, Carolyn was just confused by the question. She was like, hat?
Yeah, well, she can get away with it, can't she?
Alan? Who's Alan? Oh, Alan. Yeah, so Sam, I'll tell you what, Sam is a star, and we love him.
Well, America's Most Hated Tom is also doing good. I hate to praise
he's not
Tom.
really, is he? He's kind of falling.
2 episodes in a row, he's done really well.
In what regard?
Boston Rob, last episode. This episode, he was doing all the singing and all the things really well, even though people kept saying, you're doing rubbish.
It wasn't people, it was Brittany. Yeah. And that's because Brittany's taken up the mantle that Chriselle had, which is to hate on Tom. Which I'm not saying he shouldn't be hated on.
And Tom also suspects Danielle, and he's mentioned Danielle and Carolyn as possibly being traitors, so he's doing well.
He's not the only one that did that, though.
Yes, but don't take away Tom's shining
light. I shan't. But at the same
he
time,
needs this to revamp his career.
I think Tom kind of listens to whispers and then he says them out loud. That's why Tom
in his own head.
Yeah, that's what. No, the deer statue.
The walls. They're talking.
He was talking to the deer statue. Oh, yeah. Give me inspiration. Tell me who's a traitor.
I think he's doing really
and instead
top job.
Yes, well, instead the deer told him who the cheaters were. There we go. So, hey, hello, how are you? Are you good? Great. I'm Alex. I'm faithful, by the way.
I'm Ben, and I'm also
You're a cheater. Ben is a cheater. And if you'd like to get in touch and let us know your theories, we're coming to the end of the US series. Oh no, who's going to win?
2 episodes left.
Yes, 2
and
episodes
a reunion,
left. which we might do,
maybe not.
I fancy doing the reunion this year because they're people who I'm interested in. Yeah.
Our rule of only slagging them off during their gameplay will go out the window there.
No, we can comment on them being personal, but we don't necessarily have to be personal back.
Okay.
There's no one I really hate, to be honest with you, this year. This is probably the first series of the Traitors where there's no one who hate is a strong word, who annoys me to the point that I go on about it until they leave. No one's done that to me just yet. Even Sierra, she was a bit annoying, a bit irritating, but
I'm still not on the Brittany
like
train. I've said that since the beginning. There's something about Brittany I don't like, and I don't know what it is, but I'm still there. She's
kind of meh, and I kind of get where Sierra is coming from. When Sierra first said Brittany was kind of coasting, I kind of thought, oh, come on, Sierra, you're barely the most vocal in the group. But then after a few more minutes and a sips of coffee, I thought to myself, no, Brittany is a bit meh, to be honest with you. So I'd say she's meh. That's where I'd draw the line. So what do you think of the remaining characters? Who do you think is going to win? We're at that point. I'm afraid you need to let us know. Go to faithfultothetraitors@gmail.com and send us an email. You can find us on YouTube by searching Faithful to the Traitors Podcast. Comment underneath the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss any future episodes of any future Traitors, including the finale or episode 9 as well of the American Traitors. Find us on X @Traitors Podcast, Instagram @Faithful to the Traitors. Please let us know if there's any other social media that you'd like us to go on to, because I've been told Blue Sky is the place to be now.
I'm on Blue Sky.
I am not.
Don't know what my link is. I don't know. It's a bit weird. It's like .sky.bl.social. But I'm on the. I'm on all of them. But I don't really. There's just too many.
Too many.
Some of them need to crash.
But the ones I've got, I don't really use. I'm a Reddit boy now.
Yeah, I'm on Reddit too.
I've caught on a bit late. Maybe we should start a subreddit.
There's loads of Traitors Reddits.
Not as faithful to the Traitors.
No, we don't need more. Thank you.
You could go, and also if you like the podcast, don't forget to tell your friends, subscribe, give us 5 stars if you're listening or watching us on any of your favourite podcast apps, or you can go to buymeacoffee.com/faithful, and you can help us monetarily, and you can make a comment which we'll automatically read out, just like...
Yes, I mean, we've got I'll do the coffees first, but there's a comment on YouTube which you need to reply to. I don't know.
Okay, we'll do.
Anyway, coffee. Right, Megan.
Yes.
Hello. Fun fact. Chriselle got murdered, everyone, so this is in keeping with the show. So that's handy. Chriselle's name comes from her birth story. Her mum delivered her at a Shell petrol station. So she named her after the petrol station. And with the help from an attendant who was called Chris. Oh,
so
Chris
she's merged
Shell. Love from a faithful in a state that didn't vote for him.
Oh, fair. Well done,
Talking
Megan.
about Tom there, right?
Yes, I'd imagine. Tom? Imagine if Chriselle had been what's the word? Delivered by someone called Lee, because then she could be Shelley.
Shelley, yeah. There's lots of possibilities here.
Bentley. But Chabelle.
At least the mum didn't leave her at a bus stop.
Well,
that's a reference. Do you know what that's a reference? No, you don't know what the reference is. Fine.
No, go on. I want to know the reference now. You've said it.
People will know what that reference is about.
Comment underneath if you know what that reference is.
If they watch, if they're into gay culture.
Bus
gay
stop.
Drag race, okay? That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Remember there was a drag queen who told a really sad story about being left at a bus stop as a baby, and then it became a thing. Do you not remember?
I don't remember that at all.
It became a joke.
How weird. Steve Cox.
Bob the drag queen would know.
Yes. Well, get in touch, Bob. Steve Cox also got a silver bar. Thank you, Steve. They've written, hi, Ben and Alex and producer Charlie. Producer Charlie, by the way, is causing trouble upstairs. He's not producing today. Have some more gold coin silver bars on me. Loving your podcast again. I've not watched any of the US ones until the last 2 weeks, but I have smashed through season 1 and 2 and have now started season 3.
Gosh, I wouldn't be able to do that.
1 and 2, there's quite a burden. They have a totally different feel to them, with what all the players being so full of themselves. Well, this is why it's a celebrity, Series 1 was the only one which they had some not celebrities, didn't they? And then they thought, scrap that.
Lovely Christian, who was just a normal traitor, and he was pushed out into the golden retriever world.
Also, I forgot about Christian.
Christian, I'm sure it was.
I remember you now. Yeah. Wasn't that the Canadian series?
No, the guy in America, the first series.
He looked like a golden retriever.
I think there's a golden retriever every series. This series, it's Dylan. It's the most golden retriever-y.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Also, when someone absolutely hammers at the breakfast room door and they say, that sounds like a woman's knock, they almost never are right for when it comes in afterwards. It sounds like someone is trying to break down that fucking door. They should have more respect for our hysterical buildings. You're quite right. They really should. Bloomin' Americans coming to our country. In your opinion, why
Bloomin' Americans, remember that comment you just made for my comment in a minute?
In your opinion, why do they insist on showing the US cast going up the stairs at bed at midnight when it's being revealed that they go to a hotel at an Inverness airport? I expect the American viewers may even think that Alan Cumming actually owns that castle, Andros Castle.
It's because American reality TV is like the most unreality TV.
Yes.
It's the most scripted of all reality TV. So for the Traitors US, they have to pretend they live in the castle. Alan has to... He calls himself a character, and he's got bits and scripts and lines, and that's
he improvises. Yes,
so it's a reality show, but because it's America, it's very scripted and produced.
Alan Cumming probably is the most acts the role than any other version we watch. The other presenters do kind of play a part, like the Australian guy whose name I'm so bad at names. Roger Corser. He played like because he pretended that they were stealing items from the house.
He is an actor.
That's true.
Hallmark.
Watch those Hallmark movies.
We saw him once on BBC.
But that wasn't Hallmark. That was like a daytime drama.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he was
it was a Christmas film he was in.
No, I think we've seen him in a Christmas film as well. Maybe. With a jar of jam. Sorry, I shan't go any further. Carry on. What, you got another one, haven't you?
Yes, I have got another one. Johnny says, love the show, boys.
Not Johnny Carter.
Maybe.
Ooh.
It's his 40th anniversary next week.
Yes.
Of the show that he is in.
EastEnders. That's how the EastEnders drop.
If you were asked to cast an international all-stars version of the show, who from previous series would you select to be your OG traitors, and which faithful would you pick to hunt them down? Now, that is a very loaded question.
And I feel like that's something that could be in a podcast.
It could. I mean, I can't remember names. That's like 250 names I need to remember and then pluck them out.
Shall we suggest that
Christian.
this is... If we say it... Well, if we say it on the podcast series right now, shall we say that we will be making a spin-off podcast when we might discuss that?
You've said that like 3 times.
I know, but we need to do... I love these ideas keep
I'm going
coming.
to hire Sam,
You're not even
Dylan.
listening. He's just doing his own thing, everyone.
Christian.
Yeah.
Aaron from Series 1 Traitors. You know, with the bum. Who else? Basically, it's just going to be all the hot men and they're all going to do their bits in their hotel room where they're doing things.
So it's basically a sexy version,
Well, in America, we can have that because it can be Traitors, the Love Hotel spin-off series. Because in America, they have loads of spin-off series, don't they?
That's true.
So it's not that silly, actually.
Well, I think we should have a sit down and seriously think about it. Well, there's bachelors on the floor now.
Not Fergalicious, Burgalicious.
Yeah,
he can come in.
Yeah, he can do it. He's done Love Island.
There you go. And Carolyn.
I feel like Carolyn can be the fag hag.
All gay series, all drag queen series. See, there's loads.
Well, there's a show already for that. It's called Drag Race.
From Canada. She was in it, wasn't she? Was her name Miss Fierce?
I think this is something we should maybe seriously think about.
I know, but I'm just
future.
Adding to
the only thing I would say as
comment.
A caveat right now is that the only person I wouldn't include, because you've gone very America UK heavy, the only person I wouldn't include would be Sam from the Australian series 2, because he is a dick. But Sam,
he did buff up. So, and he could be in the Love Hotel series.
Yeah, maybe. But Sam from New Zealand series 1, 100%.
Yes. Legally blind.
He is legally blind. And
DUI hire.
And yes, can't do it in America. And if they were to do an all-star series, as I've said this a few times before, they need to get all the presenters in on at the same time, and they need to have a little subplot where they all live in the castle together and they all have this kind of family dynamic.
Their subplot could be them planning and making the missions together.
No, they need
like
a
subplot with a big with a big war table. No. Paul Henry comes in and says, "Goings."
No, I don't want anything that serious. I want it to be like a soap. So I want them to have like breakdowns and serious dramas. I want them to like have an argument over who ate the last turnip or something like that. You know.
We got a bit of lore, seeing as all the presenters are related in the Traitor universe, that Alan Cummings' aunt died.
Alan Cummings.
I can't not. I know
Cummings.
it's not. I can't not say it. It's like Wendy Richards. EastEnders.
She'll lop your head off if you do that.
She appeared on EastEnders last week, didn't she? Wendy Richards.
She did, in retrospectively, in an old video, Cat and Mouse.
Right.
Oh,
anyway,
Arthur was the best character.
So we learnt that he actually inherited something from his aunt, which was
the doll's house,
which Claudia also inherited part of. So
it's written in the stars. There you go. I'm telling you.
Right. So there's just one before we start the podcast.
Hang on, I've got one more comment.
Oh, have you? Okay.
Yeah. At Liz. Right, I'm going to murder this. Liz Jagodzinski. Hi, Liz. They have also bought us a silver bar, and they've written, "Enjoy a coffee with love for all the many hours of company and enjoyment you've given me in the lab and in the car over the past year." In the lab.
It
reminds me of Rocky Horror Picture Show. Dr. Frankenfurter. Join me in the lab. The episode is not done and dusted until I've listened to the pod. P.S. With Bob the drag queen out of the race, Queen Carolyn for the win. Fair.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair.
Although it looked a bit ropey at breakfast, but you know.
She covered that well with the help of Tom. We've discussed many hours ago at the beginning of this podcast.
I mean, there was a comment on our YouTube, which I can't remember what we said. so I'm sorry. But Ali said, you need to stop saying, quote, that's so American.
Oh.
And then not explain it, particularly when you are doing podcasts for the American version. Americans don't know what you're talking about or what you're referencing to when you say it, because one, it's so normal that it doesn't seem weird to us.
Fair.
And two, you were thinking about an exaggerated caricature version of what you saw in a TV show or movie that doesn't actually reflect real life.
Fair.
But then the comment above it, which was a separate comment, which I'm assuming is what they're talking about, because last week we said someone was eating peanut butter and jelly, did we? And jam. And someone
I
said,
think I called you out and said it's jam, not jelly.
Yeah, well, someone said jam, which is a preservative, is chunky, generally speaking, and jelly is smooth and translucent in the US. Both are nice with peanut butter, though. Curd and butter are just posh jams.
Why are we talking about jam?
Well, I'm just saying, the person said we said that's so American. I couldn't remember what we said was so American, didn't explain it, but I'm assuming it was us talking about jelly and jam.
I'm going to describe this in the
that comment was so American.
That's so American. What I'm going to say is when I say that's so American, it's the equivalent of when the Americans do, all right, governor, I'm from the UK. It's an exaggeration.
We do it.
Yeah,
we do
the exact same thing. So no one talks like that in the UK, apart from Dick Van Dyke's interpretation of us in Mary Poppins.
Or video game character voiceovers for some reason.
Oh my God, the Japanese RPGs. Oh no, here comes the dragon. Wherever will it go? Oh no, it's taken the crystal.
It's weird. But also, when like a UK actor is on like an American show, they sound really
more
English, and it's like, why?
Although Ivor doesn't. Ivor
He's
sounds
not really
normal
done
to
much
me.
though. I forgot Ivor was in it.
Every time every time Ivor talks, the physical eye rolls could literally cause a
I know.
tsunami in
Gabby
the
hates
Asia.
him.
The Asia. Gabby.
She just
Gabby.
really hates Ivor, doesn't she?
Yeah, but Gabby's not really doing much either, is
Dolores hates Tom. Anyway, so back to the Traitors
Brittany,
US.
Brittany doesn't like Tom either, because Brittany was moaning about the way he was like singing Gabby da da da.
Well, he's a good singer. He's a singer. I've seen his Instagram. He's on stage singing guitars. Someone sent us a message about him
Singing about guitars or singing with
possibly
a guitar?
both. I didn't listen.
That's so American. Right.
So there was a murder, but believe it or not, going back to the Traitors US.
God, something happened on this show that we're talking about.
It was face to face, the best, most deadly murder ever, and it's a bit like, well, nothing really happened. They just passed an envelope and didn't say anything really.
Chriselle was very good about it. I think if it had been like Dolores, for argument's sake, yeah.
Why?
She does remind me of Ariana Grande. The way she's kind of goes,
because of her ponytail,
but also just her slightness. You know, the way she's kind of like very delicate. Like at some point she grabs the nail and starts touching it.
Gabby reminds me of
no one.
I don't know, like that weird. She has like a weird baby voice, and it reminds me of someone. I don't know who.
Oh, she does. She does that. A bit like who's the used to do Frenemies? No. Kind of like very kind
Trisha.
of deliberately
Trisha
kind of like little girl type voice, just to kind of like,
really
but a very sexualized version of it. Yeah. I know what you're
Britney
saying.
Spears, a bit Trisha. A bit of the sister from Schitt's Creek.
No,
a bit like that.
She's okay.
No, the character, not the actress.
I do feel like Gabby, of all the ones, all the women who are left, I think Gabby is the one still playing up a character. Do you know what I mean? It's like she's playing up who people expect her to be. Well, Carolyn's just kind of like fallen into the fold. I love Carolyn though.
I love Carolyn too. I was so worried when Sam's plan of let them explain what Alan looks like, because if you're the traitor and weren't murdered, you wouldn't have seen his outfit.
It was a good plan though, and it could have caught her out.
She was caught out, and then Tom just went, "Oh well, he was wearing this, wasn't he?"
Well, no, she dodged the question. She dodged it, and then Tom started saying, "Well, it was a hat and it was white trainers," and Sam was like, "Shut up, Tom!" And then Carolyn just turned around and said, "Oh yeah, he wore a hat," and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's screwed that one up."
Well, I'm glad though, because I want Danielle out first out of the traitors before Carolyn, so I was glad. I was worried for a moment at that breakfast.
Well, yes, especially the way that Danielle. I mean, I believe at the beginning of the series we said that Danielle would be a good player and that she'd be quite strong.
Episode 1 or 2.
I regret that statement and I reverse it immediately, especially what she said at the turret, which we'll talk about in a moment. But like, it's just like, what a stupid thing to try and do. And especially Carolyn's not stupid.
I know.
She might act a little bit kind of like floaty, but she really isn't. It's those ginger shots. Every morning she takes a ginger shot, looks like she's about to throw it up, but that shot brings her to life, and it starts the cogs
I
turning.
think that's from the Premierian Hotel. They've got a Costa there because it is a Costa shop.
I bet they don't have a Costa, actual physical Costa, but I bet they have a Costa machine. And it's free when you use it at breakfast, but then if you use it any other time, you have to pay £2 for a crappy
That's
little
what
latte.
Carolyn's been doing in her hotel room.
Never trust a Costa machine.
So Chriselle was murdered face to face.
Yes.
Did you want to do a quick?
What's your name and where do you come from?
Go on then.
Chriselle. Well, best known for her impressive real estate capabilities on Netflix Selling Sunset, the 43-year-old got her start in TV by playing the role of Amanda Dillon on the daytime soap opera All My Children.
Oh, I wish I knew that earlier.
Well, for our UK audience, a soap opera, All My Children, it's like EastEnders.
Is it?
Maybe it's older. Is it older than 40 years? Who knows?
Can we credit All My Children for the line, "You ain't my mother, yes I am"?
Yes.
Good.
She also released her memoir, Under Construction, because I'm living my best life. Because living my best life took a little work.
Oh, okay, that's
in
less
2022.
annoying. Living my best life.
It's a bit of a long title, though.
Do excuse me, I'll have another cold. I know.
Another one.
Not another one.
We've only got 2 weeks worth of the podcast left, so you have to push on through.
Tell the bugs inside my body.
So, she was on Selling Sunset and She Sells Us, and she was also an actress.
Oh, I wish I knew about her role on All My Children.
Do you know who she's married to? I'm on Wikipedia. She was married to Justin Hartley, who was on that soap opera.
All My Children.
He was on daytime soap opera Passions.
Oh, Passions. Passions is meant to be a really funny
and
one.
Smallville, apparently.
No, that's not soap. Isn't Passions the one? I remember watching Screenwipe with Charlie Brooker, and he put like clips of Passions on there. And isn't that the one where they had a storyline where like was an alien adoption, why can't I think of the word? An alien abduction,
right?
And like people could do voodoo. Wasn't it like a really weird? There was like there's an American soap opera, and it had like really. It was like the most jump the shark TV show ever. Like it wasn't grounded in any way. Like they had alien abduction. They had like a cult. They had like someone who did voodoo.
There's a devil thing. I've seen a clip of it.
Yeah. And they had clips of it.
Well, producer Charlie's here. He's walking by the back of the camera, everyone.
He's off to drink.
I've
He's
got some
such a
updates
bad
here
drinking
about
problem.
Chriselle. Buy Me a Coffee earlier, which said she was born at the Shell garage.
Yes, hello.
Pulled into a gas station. While waiting at the gas station, she went into labour. Her mum, the car attendant, quickly helped, but Chriselle was born in a hospital.
I feel lied to.
So...
She
didn't breach in the Shell garage. She was born in the hospital.
Take back that silver bar. I don't want money from liars.
Did you know that Chriselle, this is all from Wikipedia now, she missed a full year of middle school because she was forced to live in a tent. At the time, she mentioned washing her hair in the river, using food stamps, and hiding her life from her classmates. That must have been in her memoir.
Maybe, but I feel like we shouldn't make fun of it.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm just reading out her Wikipedia.
The next line is she thinks this caused her struggle with mental health
and addiction.
Yes,
and she joined the Worldwide Church of God for 10 years. But anyway, what I was on this Wikipedia
as a 10-year-old.
Oh yeah, when she was 10 years old.
Who is it who said in this episode?
She's now married to G Flip, by the way. That's what my point was going to.
Isn't that a mobile phone?
Motorola G Flip.
Yeah, I'm sure I own one of them.
It's an Australian rapper, actually.
Oh, is it?
So get with it. Right, so there you go.
Do you know what my rapper name is? Galaxy S24.
Is it?
That's a really bad joke, and I apologise.
Yes, she was murdered.
Yay! Oh no, boo!
because this is episode 8. Episode 8 is always the slow episode. So if you're wondering, we're
8 and 9, we
slow,
just ramble at this point. We have nothing else to say. Yeah,
but it's always so fun.
And normally they're the longest episodes as well.
And the game is also not a good mission because it's that stupid doll one, which was in the UK one as well, which we said earlier with Claudia.
No water being sprayed in the UK version.
No,
in the American version they had water, which I feel like they overplayed, the production team.
Well,
they overplayed that one studio. That was so American. Yeah.
See, it's a stupid mission because it's so overly complicated. Like you have to go in, listen to dolls. They're saying it backwards. You have to then say it backwards for a phone. Then the people listen, and then they have to say it backwards again into a gramophone, and they have to press a button to play it forwards. And then they have to phone them back and say, "This is what it is." That's just like no.
Somehow, though, they made $20,000. And so
in
now
2
they're-
minutes.
Yes, because the first 3 minutes, they were just running around like headless
They were
chickens.
trying to find the shield, and Brittany was like, "What's Tom doing? He looks like such a fool." And it's like Tom is playing the mission.
Tom's the only one trying to win money in
It's
the
like,
game.
what do you mean he looks like a fool? It's like he's playing the mission. You're just all wandering around getting sprayed in the face with water. And then it was like, there's 3 minutes left. You've earned nothing. And then it was like 2, 1, 0. You've earned 20,000.
Yes.
It's like, how has this happened in 3 minutes? Producers.
The world of television. So their prize
And
pot
then
is up
Brittany
to...
was like, Tom did really well. He was singing. It's like, pardon? Now you've changed your mind. Now he's got 20,000.
Well, because they've earned £20,000, yeah.
Yes.
They will.
And there was one shield.
This is the other thing. They kind of do this to Tom every time. Like at the beginning of the task, everyone was really going on Tom, saying like,
Yeah.
"Oh, stupid Tom, he's such a prat. Can't you put someone else on the line?" And then
Stupid
by the
big
end of
hair.
it, everyone was like, "Oh, we won £20,000. Well done, Tom. You did really well."
And Ivor was like, you did really, really good. Really
Ivor was the
best
only one who believed in Tom.
I believed in
He
Tom.
even took instruction from Tom, but then was later told by Alan, "It's like you don't need to stand by the phone."
Alan did Tom dirty there as well, because Tom looked up in the background all like his shocked face, and then the phone rang and they're like, we need to phone them back, and then Tom had to run and answer the phone. It's like, well, Ivor should have been on the phone, Alan, and then that wouldn't have happened. So Team Tom.
Tom was our Alexander. If you watch the UK series, Tom basically, to sum it up in 1 second, Tom did an Alexander.
How mysterious.
There you go. Well, I'm not, I accidentally leaked information from.
People were still commenting about that, by the way.
I'm sorry. I
got another comment
apologise.
saying, Christ, this is ridiculous. It's meant to be about the US traitors.
I know. I'm sorry.
I might go back
apologise.
and edit that episode audio.
I
Maybe.
would.
It would take me ages, but I'll do it.
You know what I did? Something I did. So British. So
It was
British.
actually.
Such a British
You
thing
lot.
to do. Be honest.
Come on over
Honest to a fault, some might say.
So Sierra got the shield.
Sierra got the shield.
And so half the team knew who had the shield, half the team didn't. One traitor in each team. So, of course, traitors can share information and say, oh, by the way, blah, blah has a shield.
But Danielle almost didn't. Danielle thought that she might keep it to herself.
It's like, well, why?
How will that benefit her in any way? Because if they voted for, if they had tried to murder someone who was in that group, and them knowing that none of them were taking the shield, it doesn't help Danielle's cause any more than it doesn't help Carolyn's.
I know.
Danielle's such
Danielle
an
is
idiot.
not a good... None of these people on the gamers are good game players. All the ones who are the best, Dylan, he's good. Tom, he's good. Sam, he's good. None of them are gamers. The gamers are bad to the traitors.
Yeah, Danielle and Brittany, the gamers. And also that bond between Danielle and Brittany is very strong, which everyone is spotting, which is also making them stand out like a sore thumb. Sierra spotted it, Carolyn spotted it, Sam has even mentioned it now with Dylan. It's being spotted by everyone, and so it's making everyone believe that they're kind of almost conversely conspiring together all the time.
And it was basically the round table came down to either Sierra or Brittany was kind of what the names were being pushed about.
Yeah. I mean, Tom did earlier in the episode, did ask Carolyn again about a few old theories got brought out. And one of them was when Danielle had said Carolyn's name. So Tom asked Carolyn outright.
Yeah, what was said.
Oh,
Yeah, because Brittany,
Yeah, Carolyn kind of did dodge it, to be fair, and she didn't throw Danielle under the
She
bus.
just
I
told
did
the
worry.
truth.
She told the truth. She just said what had happened, that Danielle had said her, and she didn't really know where that came from. That was pretty much the end of it. Carolyn did say that she didn't eliminate the thought that if it did get any further, that she would then kind of encourage it. Because Danielle is in people's sights, let's be honest, as a traitor.
Do you think?
Carolyn, yes. Carolyn is not.
And Chriselle said, Carolyn, no one's ever going to suspect you, and she got murdered face to face. So...
I think Carolyn is completely safe.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said she's in people's sights.
No, Danielle.
As a traitor. Oh,
Carolyn is completely safe. I think
so
Carolyn...
British of you for just getting the
I know,
wrong name.
So British.
Right,
Carolyn...
so Danielle is in people's sights as a traitor. Yes, carry on.
No, that's it, really. That's what I have to say on the matter.
Yeah, and Carolyn's not. So Carolyn's playing the better game.
100%. And Carolyn is in the strongest position. And I think Carolyn's realised that now, hence why she defended
She has the
herself.
power.
She's defending herself much more than she used to. And in the early episodes of the series, Carolyn kind of stepped back and let everyone kind of play the traitors when she was being a traitor.
She said, I don't care, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, basically. So she just kind of let... And it, really, that's worked in her favour because...
All those idiots played a bad game and got eliminated.
There you go.
So well done, Carolyn.
We love you, Carolyn.
Team
Carolyn
Carolyn.
for the win.
So round table, there's not loads to talk about because it was just a unanimous vote pretty much.
Yes.
Sierra. So,
They preempted that they were going to go for Sierra from the very beginning. I mean, there were some good points. The coffin, basically the whole coffin theory came back. As I said, old theories came back.
Always do.
Sam wanted to relook at it earlier in the episode, said there was 3 left. 2 of them ended up being faithful. There had to be at least one traitor, so it must be Sierra. Ivor believes that the last traitors, he believes there's 2 traitors, which he's correct about, Ting. He believes the last 2 traitors are female, which he's correct about, Ting, because of numbers. That's where Tom then legendarily said girls are better cheaters, which caused a rumble of upset along the whole table.
I mean, cheaters and traitors, are they similar words?
I don't think he was meant to say the word cheaters. No, you're right, they're not similar words. He did on purpose. He did it to wind them up. I don't think
you leave Tom alone.
Well,
The nation's sweetheart.
I want to give Tom the benefit of the doubt that he said it because he wanted to see if he could out maybe someone by upsetting them.
Maybe.
But I 100% think that Tom said it just because he knew it would air, and it would be another kind of like just a moment that people can go, oh, Tom, and keep his fame wheel turning. So Tom was thinking outside of the show now, which makes me a little bit angry.
Well, I think he was thinking outside the show when he wore that sheer see-through t-shirt to the funeral.
Well, he was thinking outside the show for you, wasn't he? That was
So.
specifically for you.
Possibly.
I don't know what you see in Tom. I mean, I
can
like
say.
Tom. He's funny. He's
He's the male version of Carolyn, and everyone loves Carolyn. Why can't I love Tom for the same reasons?
Wait, so if Carolyn came on with wearing a see-through shirt, that's the reasons, is it?
I say she's
No,
she
you
does wear
like
iconic
Tom,
shirt.
but you said it's a see-through shirt. So look, I'm not outing you for liking someone for their body. Sam, oh my God.
Right.
Please.
Going back here again, aren't we?
Please, Sam. I'm not saying no. But Tom is the way he's on the show is funny. I hear that outside of the show and on other shows, he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
But I don't think to look at, he's particularly, for me,
Right.
this is
Getting
completely
very personal
shallow.
now here.
And I'm being shallow, I admit that. But then this is because I don't want Tom to stand in my way when I'm heading directly towards Sam.
Right. But if you had the choice, you ever spend a night with Sam or spend a night out with Brittany?
Sam?
Oh, okay.
Why would Britney Spears?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant Britney from the show.
No, Britney Spears.
Oh, no, Britney Spears.
Yeah, see? So Sam's not that good, is he? After all.
I'd be, you know, in Sabrina, when she's like goes to that nightclub.
Serena the Teenage Witch.
Yes, that's
From
the
the
show.
90s.
The original series.
Right. Melissa Joan Hart.
With
She
Melissa
could be on
Joan
the
Hart.
Traitors.
Melissa Joan Hart. I'd love to see Melissa Joan Hart on the Traitors. She's not
And
part.
Hilda, actually. What's her name? Caroline Ray. She'd be good.
They're not part of the NBC family,
I
though.
don't care.
The Bravo
There'll
family.
be a new contract one day.
But
Anyway,
you know,
carry
in that
on.
episode, and she's at the Pleasure Dome
Yes.
with her aunt. Oh no,
Her Aunt Vesta.
Vesta.
I
And
know
so-
that episode very well.
And Aunt Vesta says, "You can." Isn't that the Whammy Fammy song?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Shake your whammy fammy funky song.
She's in a
and-
jumpsuit.
Yes, and so she makes her own music video, which consists of her standing on a podium, just dancing in front of the
Yeah.
camera. Right? Isn't that the episode when she gets Britney to come? Or was that another episode?
No, that's later. That's when she meets
Okay.
her dad and he brings Brittany over.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, is it? I don't know.
It's the series. It's the series when she filmed "Drive Me Crazy" and Britney
no,
Spears
that's
did
not
the soundtrack to it.
The Aunt Vesta was series 1
Okay.
when she had the original bob. The one where she was in Drive Me Crazy and Brittany was in it was when she had the short bob and it was crimped. And she met her dad and she had to live with her dad and he tried to make her feel better. So Britney Spears turned up and had a concert in the apartment.
Do you know what Charlie's just told me in my ear as a producer? He says that he would love to see Salem the cat as a contestant in series 4 of
Well, yeah.
Faithful to the Traitors.
I'd love that puppet.
Your Sabrina knowledge is unparalleled.
Thank you.
Maybe we should do a podcast about Sabrina.
We're all of those. And Sister.
No, not so fussed about that. The problem is with all those series is that the first series 1 to 3 is good fun and great, but then college years.
Yeah, it goes downhill. Also, Jenny should have had 2 series.
I never liked Jenny.
I did.
I liked her friend. I liked who was the teacher, the male teacher in the first series?
Mr. Chalk or something.
Yeah,
Mr. Poole.
Mr. Poole. I used to like him.
And Mrs. Quick.
Mrs. Quick was fun. I
Yeah.
used to like Mrs. Quick. In the college series of Sister, why does every episode have a guest star in it? And also, why does every episode have like some kind of weird moral sexual story? Why did they only do nothing but kiss? Like they're in this.
Some of them didn't even kiss.
No.
Tamara didn't kiss her Jordan on screen.
That's suspicious. I'd
I'd like to see Lisa Landry on Traitors US.
I'd
as
like
well.
to see and Ray.
See, why can't they get like more people People from the 90s. Just
No,
on
I
the
know.
Traitors
They
US.
must be looking for work.
Yeah.
They're only doing like The View or some kind of spin-off of that. The Talk.
Lisa from Sister Sister, Aunt Hilda from Sabrina, Keenan from Keenan and Kel,
Wendy Williams. I'd like to see her.
someone from Fresh Prince,
Will
the
Smith.
mum, the cast of Saved by the Bell.
I mean, I would like
AC Slater can present the show.
No, AC Slate is working, so he probably doesn't really need to.
Okay.
We're saying their character
How do we
names.
even get onto this? What was happening about Sabrina's party?
Britney
compared to
Spears was
the-
on an episode of Sabrina. That's how we got to that. Oh God, what happened in the Traitors this week?
You were going somewhere with that Sabrina analogy.
No, but I said, like,
nightclub.
no,
It was
you
like
asked-
the contestant. or
No,
something.
I just wondered if you remember the episode. Because you asked me, would I rather go out on a date with Sam or Britney Spears?
to prove that Sam wasn't actually that hot, and I wasn't talking about Tom's
Tom.
looks. Right,
But you were.
No, I wasn't.
So anyway,
So
Sierra
Sierra
got voted
went.
off. Yes.
Yes.
She got 9 votes. Basically, everyone but herself voted for her. Obviously, she can't vote for herself, but if she could have, she probably would have. That's all I have
Can't
to
you
say
vote
on
for
the matter.
yourself? Maybe you can.
Well,
She
maybe.
voted for Britney, so that's Britney's. Maybe scarred. From
No, I
the
don't
team.
think so.
Do you not think it was a bit weird when Dylan, Ivor, and Sam just sat in that random room?
Well, after the round
Yeah,
table.
it's like, well, what's happening? Why are you here? They were just sat in there, like, let's all talk.
Yeah.
Like, how did you go there and why? And what was going on here? And then the two traitors walked in after them.
Yeah, it seemed a
we
bit
go.
set up, didn't it? I know what you're saying.
It's like, why are you in there?
So American. The American production team do like to
Tell people where to go. for
tell
reasons.
stories, don't they? I mean, we saw this in series 1 when they dropped the note, and we've been suspicious ever since. But that was a very, very tricky moment, like, especially the fact that they closed the book doors as well, so no one knew they were in there.
And like the two traitors, Carolyn and Danielle, were whispering, and then Dylan was like, "Oh, what's that?"
Yeah.
It's like, well, how did you hear them?
And Q. Yeah.
It's like, so I don't really know what the point of that was. So
Well, it was for them to get caught out, wasn't it? But
it's
it was a bit of storytelling that Danielle is suspicious, that Dylan is suspicious of her, which he is. I think that's what we were meant to lean toward, because Dylan was the only one who came out, and also the only one who heard them. Sam and Ivor just carried on talking. There's this. Remember we said in the last, I'm pointing at you. Remember the last episode, Ivor and Sam. We said there's this thing going on between them two.
Oh yeah, the new daddies.
They are the best friends. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Anyway, Sierra
Dylan's getting jealous. So yeah, Sierra was
banished.
banished. That was producer Charlie.
Producer Charlie's having
telling us to hurry up
having
and
a break.
actually
Yes.
edit this show. Maybe
He's telling us to wind up.
So, oh wait,
What's your name and where do you come from?
Sierra, 29-year-old model and TV personality, has been on Summer House, cast member since 2020 Series 5. She first joined as a +1 for the longtime cast member Luke. In Season 8, that was American.
So American.
Series, two different things. Sierra developed a romance with newbie West Wilson, but they then broke up months later in December 2023. Probably for the next series of Summer House.
Thrilling.
Summer House is, I looked it up very briefly.
Oh yeah, go on.
It's a house that people go
Rent
to
in the summer.
And during the week they go to work.
Right.
After work they go back to Summer House, or on weekends they spend it at the Summer House.
Perfect.
So that's a TV show that has more than 8 seasons somehow. Probably spin-offs too. Summer House, Winter, probably. Something stupid like that.
I bet they do have a winter house, and then they have
yeah,
a
in
fall
the Alps.
house, and then a spring
Skiing.
house, and then they have house on the moon,
Holiday House,
holiday house,
Summer House Island,
wooden house,
Survivor Summer House,
doll's house,
and they have the Traitor Castle Summer House.
the house, the challenge,
Mm-hmm.
the house, the
44.
challenge, the celebrities,
So there you go.
the house, the challenge, the celebrities worldwide.
So that is Sierra. She, her mother raised her to be very fierce and to speak her mind, and she didn't like people saying that she would be told what to sit in a coffin by Bob the Drag Queen, and Boston Rob. So she was eliminated.
That was
Gone.
her defense. You're quite right.
So turret time then, after all that
Turret
weird
time.
stuff when they were sat in the back room waiting for traitors to talk near them.
we need an alarm when you say turret time.
Carolyn and Danielle still don't trust each other, though Danielle is saying all of a sudden, I want to take Caroline to the final and split the money, which is like, well, I don't believe you, Danielle, basically, because
She has said it.
Yeah, but so
before,
she says a lot of things.
That's true. She has said it before, but then she
wants to get rid of Carolyn and get Brittany and both be traitors. Is what she wants.
She deleted that because, as we know, earlier in the series, she said that she wanted to basically have a clean sheet and bring someone in she can trust. We've seen this bond between Danielle and Brittany. Alan came in and said, you can recruit, but this will be your last opportunity to do it, or you can murder. Carolyn wants to murder. Danielle wants to recruit. Carolyn says, why do you want to recruit? Danielle said, because I want to bring Brittany in. Carolyn then quite rightly said, why the fuck would I let you do that, you dozy mare? Christ's sake.
She's like, yeah, you can trust me. It'll be really good. Three gamers. It's like, no, because both of you have an alliance and you have already pushed It's just ridiculous that Danielle thought that would work.
It's mad. Absolutely mad. Danielle thought she could just
I didn't hear that Alan said it was the last time you can recruit.
Oh, so, maybe I thought that.
No, I mean, I'm saying he probably did, and that actually maybe that makes Danielle wanting to recruit make more sense because they think there's 2 traitors left, and if there's 3, but then
I mean, Danielle's logic with that, I agree, because she said that the group think there's a female. Why don't we give them someone that they can go for? And be a female.
Yeah, but numbers don't really matter as much because of the new rule where you're not allowed to say if you're a traitor or not on the final. So I think Danielle's just being stupid, especially saying Brittany. If I was Carolyn, I'd be like, we'll murder Brittany. That will test your loyalty to me, and then we can go to the final together if you do that.
Danielle would never let that happen, though.
Yeah, well, not loyal then.
But then the fractures between Danielle and Carolyn gets worse.
Take my shot from Costa.
My ginger shot.
Carolyn. That's what I would say, though. I'd say, if you want to test your loyalty and you want to be loyal to me and we both go to the final and split, murder Brittany tonight.
Fair.
That's us.
I know what you're saying, and I get it, but Danielle never would. But do you think
Caroline's going to let her recruit?
No. Well, if she does, she's an absolute fool. She has to fight. I would stay there all bloody night and say no. All bloody night. I say I will be stubborn as hell. Danielle, if you think I'm going to move on this one, you're obviously delusional, because it's a blind. But Stevie Wonder could see what was happening at this point. That Danielle was bringing Brittany in so they could kick out Carolyn. Anyone could see that was happening. Danielle, the gamer, is like, no, I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. On what planet did she think she was going to get away with that?
It's just stupid.
Absolutely nuts.
Not good.
Absolutely crazy.
So, would you think they will want to murder one of the men because they can't murder the women because they already suspect 2 female traitors and it narrows it down too much?
No, I think they recruit Gabby. Because Gabby's name, it was either Gabby or Brittany. And again, Danielle said that on purpose, so it looked like she was thinking both directions. But I really do lean on Brittany. It's like, shut up,
and
Danielle.
They also said Dolores, because she'd be really... Was it Dolores or...
It was Gabby.
Oh,
Gabby
or
Brittany.
They said they'll be really bad as a traitor. They won't be able to do it.
If they recruit Gabby, they'll get her out in the next episode. Well, 100%, no doubt. If they recruit Brittany, which they won't, they'll knock Carolyn out the next episode.
Or they'll kill Ivor.
I would kill it. I would kill. I would murder. I would 100% murder, and I would have murdered
Sam. Or I.
No, not Sam. Why Sam?
Because he's piped up too much recently.
Yeah, but that's too obvious on Carolyn. Because he was aiming at Carolyn. Sam's aiming at Carolyn and Dolores. Because remember, Dolores called Sam out at the breakfast table. He said, "What are you looking at, Sam?" And Sam's like, "Nothing." Ha ha ha. And then Dolores was like, "Yeah." And then stuck a melon in her gob.
She's a real housewife.
Real housewife. Not a fake TV housewife.
All the fans of Housewives went after Bob the Drag Queen on social media because he voted out 2 housewives.
Good. Oh, I'm sure
and Bob the Drag Queen
crying.
He literally said, "I've been in Drag Race social media. This is nothing."
Yes, you're damn right.
You think this upsets me? I didn't know who those women were, was his direct quote. So,
I approve. Silly group of sausages. Yes, well done, Bob the Drag Queen. So, Bob DQ.
So we may have a recruitment, maybe not. Maybe Brittany, maybe Gabby, maybe murder. No one knows.
Well, no one really knows. To be fair, there was no kind of...
It's because these traitors are so awful, working together, that you just don't know what's going to happen, basically.
True. And as an opinion, I really don't know where this will head. But I'm sure that there'll be people...
for the win.
Carolyn for the win, 100%. I want Carolyn to win, 100%. It's very rare I say traitors to win, but I do want traitors to win on this one, and I want that traitor to be Carolyn.
Yeah.
So let us know who you think will be out in the next episode, who you believe should win. We're at that point where you need to give us ideas of who you've been, and who from 90s teen sitcoms would you like to see on the next series of the US Traitors. Go to faithfultothetraitors@gmail.com. You can comment underneath the video, but if you're watching us on YouTube, So British. YouTube by searching Faithful to the Traitors podcast. Don't forget to like, ring the bell, and what's the other thing you can do? Notifications, turn them on, and subscribe so you never miss any future episodes. You find us on X at Traitors Podcast, Instagram at Faithful to the Traitors, and we've also got a WhatsApp group, just so you know.
Do we?
Yeah, there's links.
Okay.
There'll be links in the notes
to our episodes. Yes.
Yeah, and you can go to buymeacoffee.com/faithful, where you can help us monetarily help with the show as well, and pay for Charlie's drinking habit, because he's getting through about 2 bowls a day now, and it's getting troubling. Have I said it? Buymeacoffee.com/faithful. Oh yeah, and if you write us a comment, it's pay for say, as we say. So if you write a comment, we guarantee to read it out at the top of the show as well. And don't forget to like, what's the other one? Subscribe, give us 5 stars. Tell your friends. Share us on social media. Share us on the Desperate Housewives, the Real Housewives social media.
Charlie's put the music on.
Sorry, Charlie, you're off.
Right, well, so until next week, 'cause it's one a week, everyone remember, so that's why memories are so bad. Until next week, stay faithful.